This episode of the Coarse podcast has been brought to you by Central Sports and Graphics Incorporated, family-owned and operated screen printing and embroidery business located in a historic storefront on Old Berwick Road in the heart of Espy. They've been doing screen printing for over 20 years. They have high-quality product at a low price. Be sure to check them out. Central Sports and Graphics Incorporated, 570-784-1212. Now, on to the show.
This is Tim Boach from the Barbarian Q with Shawn Rosler at the Coarse podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again. Episode number 199. Can you freaking believe it? I can't count that high. Of the Coarse podcast. With you as always this evening, host creator Shawn Rosler. How is everyone doing this evening? Let's go, right? Let's go. Isn't that what the cool kids say? Let's go! Home stretch to the next century. As with a lot of episodes lately, I've kind of been turning inward and thinking more about what I want to do with the show, as well as for others, rather than just what I can flash around. And I just happened to be struck one night by inspiration in one of my favorite Facebook groups ever, the Fermented Hot Sauce Society. During my visit, I happened upon a young upstart getting ready to go from toe dipping to full-on Olympic diving into the hot sauce business, and after trying his sauce, I can honestly see why. Tonight's guest attended a culinary program in high school, and straight from there ran a catering group restaurant named the Green Ladle in Lewiston, Maine. After a year of culinary school at SMCC in Portland, he worked for a while in a variety of kitchens. He was intuitive enough to get out of the business for a little bit just before COVID hit, which, like yours truly, is when a need to create took hold and had him feeding his passion of good, homemade hot sauce. After a couple years of positive feedback from family and friends, the writing was on the wall, kicking off the So Much Hot Sauce web and Facebook page. Our guest will be working with local Maine farmers to capitalize on a variety of peppers, which will fuel what I'm sure will be an epic array of sauces. To be fully transparent, these are the kind of episodes that truly make me happy. To find a kindred soul in the heat industry, and I can't wait to hear more about his story, as I'm sure you can't either, so let's cut the bullshit and get down to it. Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between, fellow heat head, hot sauce lover, aficionado, and creator, and the motivation behind So Much Hot Sauce, Mr. Brandon Riordan. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. I really appreciate the intro.
See, that's what I work on. Normally at that point, I just drop the mic and you just talk for an hour and we're done. So go ahead, show's yours. No, I'm kidding. Glad to have you on, buddy. Glad to have crossed paths with you in that wonderful group, Fermented Hot Sauce. And but just really looking forward to sharing your story with the masses. Speaking of the masses, that's you listeners. Starters, mains, and afters, just in case you forgot, because it's been a hot minute. Starters, we're going to talk about where the guest in question comes from, what's their backstory. Mains, we're going to talk about where they're at. Although, Mains, get it? He's from Maine, guys. And afters, a little bit more fun, a little bit more irreverent. But no one's been injured in 198 episodes, so I sure as shit hope it doesn't happen today. So without further ado, Brandon Riordan, talk to me about where and what you grew up eating.
All right. So first and foremost, I do want to say, last name's Riordan.
Oh my God! See, I went. Okay, I have to tell you. Dolores O'Riordan is my hall pass. Was, I guess, past tense, unless we're getting really weird here. From the Cranberries, like I adored everything she did. So I completely butchered your name. Please, for the sake of everybody, Riordan. Riordan. Oh yeah. Okay, got it.
Riordan. And to be fair, I mean, there's literally two people in my life that have ever said it right the first time. So you're totally in the clear. I'm
just over here crying. Go ahead. Continue. I totally bombed already. Way to go. Way to ruin my 199th episode, Brandon. Go ahead. Tell your story. Oh,
but yeah, I guess I grew up, just eating, I don't know. My mom was not a very good cook. I will say that right now. Sorry, Mom. She's going to listen to this later. She's not going to be really. But that kind of fueled, like, my cooking early on. Like, I just wanted to have good food. Like I was in the culinary program in high school, and I just wanted, like, day one, like, I was just like, how can I cook chicken Alfredo? And that was, like, day one. Mm-hmm. And it was, like, forever for always. It's just whatever fresh ingredients are on hand, whatever inspires me.
Yeah.
You know, but like I grew up eating like shepherd's pie,
Okay.
like canned corn, you know, like canned green beans,
Oh, yeah.
like, you know.
Oh, yeah. I mean, listen, dude, you're speaking to a Northeast PA guy here, so I get you. I feel you. And I'm assuming your upbringing, 100% Maine, born and bred?
Kinda, I guess. I was born in Michigan. I moved to upstate New York. I moved to Oregon. I moved to California. I moved to Jersey. And then I've been in Maine since 1998.
Oh, okay.
So my dad's family is from Maine. They are Mainers. I guess I'm technically not.
Yeah, you're like a pseudo Mainer. How about that?
Right. Yeah, exactly. Like they say, like if you're like you're in a car and it's screaming towards me and you're born in the back seat before you cross the line, like, you know, you're not a Mainer technically. Right. So yeah.
Right on.
I'm a pseudo Mainer.
All right, pseudo Mainer. So as a pseudo Mainer, how would you describe yourself as an eater growing up? Were you picky or did you kind of roll with the punches?
No, I mean, honestly, it's like when, oh gosh, like I see people talk about how, like they don't like certain foods. Like I'm kind of the opinion that like, if you don't like something, you probably haven't had it prepared correctly.
I love that. I love that talk. Yes, I agree. I agree 100%.
You know what I mean?
So you just kind of went with it. You didn't let that hold you back.
No, yeah, I'm down for. I literally will eat anything.
Love it. Love it.
If it's prepared correctly, like escargot, man. Whew.
Yep. If done right, beautiful. If done wrong, well, coming off of COVID, I can tell you what that probably looks like. All right. So, you mentioned shepherd's pie, which is one of my like comfort favorites of all time. When you kind of reflect on maybe your upbringing, you know, on up and through that high school program, were there dishes, you know, even though mom might not have been right on point, and that's okay, mom. Hi, mom.
Love you, Mom.
Yeah, damn right you do now. You're in trouble. Like, when you think back, are there dishes that kind of, like, tug at the heartstrings? A little bit of nostalgia, if you will.
Meatloaf.
Yeah.
Dude, it down to the core. And, I don't know, even, it's funny, dry chicken. My mom was so afraid of giving us salmonella poisoning that she would always overcook the chicken.
Okay.
And it's like I can't even, like, I don't like chicken that way, but like my sister does.
Yeah.
And she has to like douse it with Italian dressing. Like that's kind of how.
But still, like, isn't that some funny shit? Because my mom was very similar in that way. It's like she's honestly part of the reason I kind of like pushed away and was like, all right, I got to look into this real culinary shit here. You know, and you start to look into it, and yet when you have it again like that, it does remind you of where you were. It's that scene in Ratatouille where the culinary critic eats it and he's in his backyard playing. Like, come on.
Absolutely.
So, absolutely. That might be the first time I ever wrote dry chicken, but hey, you know, we're learning something new every day here. Jesus. Now, you said meatloaf. I have to ask because meatloaf is such a moving target. What was it about? I'm assuming mom's meatloaf that like made it memorable.
I don't. Oh, jeez. You're hitting hard questions.
And see, that's cool that you can't remember it though, too, because it's like it's that.
You know, Go. What were you gonna say?
No. It's that formative that you just name it and you don't know why. It's almost like you're possessed. So
sure.
Yeah.
No, it was just weird. Like, you know, you come home, like that's already in the oven. It's coming out. And you're just so amped about it. I don't know why. It's ground beef, you know, and onions and garlic and, you know, whatever else we had in the kitchen that she threw together. But something about that is amazing. I don't even know why. You know, it could just be that we were all sitting down together.
Yeah,
you know?
that's a big point of it. You're right. Yep.
You know, we're all sitting down. We're all enjoying it. I'm the oldest of four. So, you know, I got, you know, me and my three younger siblings, my mother and my father sitting down and eating.
Yep.
Just having that family setting is huge. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So it's almost less about the food and more about the ambiance, which
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
been a theme. God only knows how many times on this wonderful cast. So I hear a lot about mom cooking, and I'm gonna make an assumption here. But growing up, who would you say was your greatest culinary influence?
Jeez.
I mean, you already disappointed her
honestly,
with calling her out on the cooking skills.
It's
So
Chef White. It's Chef White, man.
Chef White, okay.
Chef White. He's a guy I worked for. He's since passed. But growing up in kitchens and spending a lot of time in kitchens,
Mm-hmm.
and then having a chef that is really looking to take care of his people. You know what I mean?
I love that. Yeah. Yep. 100%.
And, dude, he would have like jalapeno bacon mac and cheese ready for me every day when I was just like a dishwasher just starting out. And, he would give me goose liver pate, you know what I mean? Like this guy, like he just wanted to share his love for food, and that was huge. And, I don't know, Chef White, man, rest in peace.
Love it. Absolutely. R.I.P. Always the best are the first to go, but the longest to stay in our minds and our hearts. So for sure. And on the heels of that, then, I know that you were in that culinary program in high school.
Sure.
But when was it beyond that you knew? And it's so funny, you kind of had a break. When was it that you knew food was more than just like eat it to survive? That's it. It was more than just that. And then maybe even a career. When was it that you realized that?
Sure. It probably was when COVID kicked off. I mean, I had taken a pretty substantial amount of time off, working as just a mover. I've been a professional mover for a number of years, but just spending time away from it, I think helped me.
Yep.
Like in the long run, just be able to use fresh ingredients to make something that I love. I don't know, something was reignited when I started making hot sauce.
Yep.
And I'm not quite sure why. Like I spent years as like a line cook, and got really, really frustrated because the ingredients that I was using were not ingredients I wanted to use, but like I was kind of like working in different settings that we had to use these ingredients in. You know what I mean? And just over time, it was just like, I just wanted people to be healthy.
Yeah. Yep.
Eat good food.
Yep.
Be happy. It was pretty much when COVID kicked off,
There's not a lot of fields like culinary that can touch the very foundations of people's lives. Like, and I say that as a former teacher. Like, but when you can feed somebody, and I've said this ad nauseum on here. When you can feed somebody, when you can fill their belly, when you can give them a flavor, when you can give them a taste, it's life altering, dude. It totally is. It totally is. You are not that far off, man.
It's so special.
Yeah. No, I would agree.
Like last weekend, did like a ramen night. I spent time making a real nice broth. Did like the aromatic oil, the dashi.
Yep.
All the ingredients that go over top of that, and like was able to share it with somebody that had never experienced soup, I guess, on that level.
Yep.
And just sharing that with somebody is so huge.
Yep.
It might sound stupid to like say it.
Listen. If anybody is not going to find it stupid, it's me, buddy. So
a lot of people don't understand that, though. Like I have friends that they'll say, "Oh God, why would you spend XYZ amount of dollars at this fancy place when you could just get like an Italian roll down the road?" But it's like, these people are producing food at such an amazing level.
Yep. Like,
why wouldn't you pay for it? You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah, it's the whole thing. And the people that ask that, I love it, are the ones that'll pay like $200 for nosebleed seats to go see the Steelers. It's like, okay, so explain to me why you sitting in shitty weather watching a shitty team. I'm a Steelers fan, so I can say that. Is any better than eating some of the best possible fill in the blank that you could ever eat, and they're never able to come back with it, and they see the point. I don't beat him with it, but it's like, come on, man. Like,
Right.
if you can think of no more noble a cause than what you put in your body, like,
Sure.
that's it. That's it. So here you are, Brandon Riordan. See, I course corrected there.
Bud.
I did it. I did it that time.
You're perfect.
And, you know, you're, like I said, you went from toe dipping to Olympic diving, and I can say the jalapeno three-way was luscious. Brandon was kind enough to send the show a bottle of hot sauce, and I was literally just instantly dosing it on chips directly. It wasn't even like on chicken, on nothing. No, I want to taste it directly. And it was one of the most flavorful sauces, and it was sweet in a way I struggled to figure out what the sweet was. And we're going to kind of, you know, break that third wall down for you because I suffered through it. I went, what is that, peach? It's not pineapple. It's not bright enough. Brandon, tell everybody a little bit about jalapeno three-way.
Yeah, so jalapeno three-way, it's aged and roasted habaneros, green Thai chilies. The jalapeno goes three ways. It's aged, it's fresh, and also candied. It has a variety of dried peppers as well. Excuse me, puya peppers, mulatto peppers. I got onions, brown sugar, palm sugar. My mother's maple syrup. I gotta find another source for Maine maple syrup. But you know, white vinegar, a little bit of water. It's phenomenal.
I'm actually glad you because pre-show you didn't mention the habanero, and I'm sitting here going, man, you know, my tongue's a little more tingly than normal. Is that only jalapeno? Sure. What's happening to you, Shawn? Thank you for clearing that up.
Yeah, a little habanero. I like to have a little bit, like, my spice threshold is kind of up there a little bit.
Yeah,
you know?
For sure.
I wish I had more access to super hots, but they're not really commercially available.
We will talk offline, sir. We will talk offline.
Oh yeah. I got a couple of weddings where you're going to be growing it. I got Reapers coming in this year.
Nice.
A variety of other super hots, but like for now, this is kind of what I'm working with. Like I just buy out my local superstore every week.
That's all you can do. Yeah, for sure. But I'm telling you, folks, if you're looking for a good, just rounded, sweet, I could just see this all over pork like crazy. The jalapeno three-way was it. So let's talk to Brandon a little bit about the present day and about what he's doing. You know, you start to make these sauces, and again, you and I share a little bit here in that we both make sauces, right? And so, you know, where do you go to for inspiration? I heard you mention before fresh ingredients, stuff like that, which, again, I think that's awesome. I think that should always be your guiding principle. But what inspires Brandon to make new and different sauces?
Okay, so I guess every time I start making a new sauce, so like I generally start with a ferment, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And then once I blend it up, once I get it on the stove, I start bringing it up to temp to try to figure out, because I do like to pasteurize them. I think that's important for just commercial purposes, really.
Yep.
But I don't know, like it's like every sauce just takes me on a new journey, honestly. Mm-hmm. You know, like honestly, the jalapeno three-way, when I first started that out, and I had all the peppers involved and all of that. It tasted a little bitter to me, honestly. Mm-hmm. And I was like, so how do I make this better? And I was like, well, shoot, this should definitely be like a barbecue styled.
Yeah.
So you know, that's where the palm sugar, the brown sugar, all that stuff started coming into play. And I taste it by the spoon. You know what I mean? I just make sure it's something that I love. Like I'm not going to send out something that I don't absolutely love. Like every single sauce I have, I can eat by the spoonful. I love it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like it's that weird, like, the last sauce that I had, this one's coming out just recently. Mm-hmm. And it's like actually like a Louisiana style, more vinegar forward sauce.
Ooh, love it.
When I started, I wanted it to be, like a dessert sauce, honestly. And it just didn't work out that way.
But again, you kind of operate on your feet, right? And you kind of like recalculate your direction. Yep.
And, you know, as time went forward and I kept tasting and I kept adding, I was like, okay, if this is going to be a Louisiana style sauce, maybe I'll revisit the cherry sauce in the future. But like, that's just kind of how it works out. Like I just go until it tastes great.
That's all you can do. Yeah, yeah. And the problem, it's so funny you're talking about like pasteurizing. I'm a little bit more rogue on my stuff. I'm a blender, and I'm a pretty like fresh, although I do grill some stuff sometimes before I put it in, but I blend it up, strain it, and, toss it in. But the whole tasting spoon by spoon, when you're working in the Ghost and 7-Pot and Reaper range,
yes,
that's difficult. That's really difficult to do. Yes. I like my sauces, and I like them in control. They can get a little, yeah, for sure. So I have to ask then, so we know where you get inspired from, we know where you pull from. I'm going to ask you a question that's easy to be honest with, and maybe one that's not. What has been your greatest success, and maybe your biggest miss as a sauce? You have it. I can tell by the laugh. You have the miss.
Yeah. So the worst. Oh God. So I like to make mustard too. Like I don't just do hot sauce. I do mustard. I do pretty much any sauce you could think of. Like I'm always doing something in the kitchen. But I did a mustard, beer-based mustard, this past Christmas, and it came out horrible.
Oh, why? What went wrong?
I don't know. I think it might have been the beer I chose. Honestly.
Okay.
Just whatever the notes, they didn't pair. Mm-hmm. I was excited to give it to everybody for the holiday season, and it just came out horrible. I poured it out in my backyard over the fence. Like, I was just like, I didn't want it. I knew if I didn't want it, nobody else would want it. You know what I mean?
Under cover of darkness, nobody knew. Nobody saw it happen.
Yeah. My wife is sworn to secrecy.
Well, guess what, buddy? That's over.
Now, right?
All good. Now, okay, you very brave, leading with the big miss. Talk to me about the big hit. What was the biggest? So far for that matter.
I have to say right now, it's the garlic Fresno.
Ooh, talk to me about that.
Garlic Fresno, and I'm trying to recreate it right now. Like, I've been an absolute numpty the whole time I've been creating hot sauce, and I haven't really taken down too many recipes, unfortunately. The last 4 batches, I'm recording every gram.
Good,
I know exactly what I'm doing.
Yep.
But I did a garlic Fresno for all the boys at the Walmart DC this past December, and it was phenomenal.
I love it. Was it more sweet? Was it smoked?
It was garlic forward, and I think that's what made it beautiful. Like it was almost too much garlic, almost.
I wish you could see my face because I'm so confused. I'm so conflicted. I'm like, don't yell at him right now. There is no such thing as too much garlic, but I do understand where you're coming from.
The Fresno and the garlic was almost equal proportions.
Okay.
So it was super garlic forward. But like it's one of the most well-received sauces I've ever had. And Fresno's pretty tame.
Yeah.
It's not like habanero or, whatever. Like, I mean, I can eat habs like candy, you know what I mean? But for most people, it sat really well. There's people that I'm friends with that don't even like hot sauce, and I gave them this hot sauce, and they consumed almost a half a bottle in 2 days.
Isn't that one of the best feelings in the world? Oh, I don't like hot stuff.
So good.
And then you see them 1 dot, then 2, then 4, then 8. Then they're good. Microdosing in the parking lot. Leave me alone. What the hell's wrong with you? That is awesome. Yeah. That is a wonderful thing. My wife is prime. She's key. She's like, I don't like hot. Which one was it? I did a smoked one, Smog's Pinky Toe. Smog, obviously, the Hobbit. And, my pinky toe. Oh, you shot my pinky toe. For whatever reason, that matched up. And it was very heat forward. It was hot. It was easily a 5 out of 10, which for her would be a no-go ever. But if you make it flavorful enough, and you know this, Brandon, you make it flavorful enough, you can sneak that shit under the radar. And they go, wait a minute, I'm eating what? I said, you're eating Reaper, by the way. You're eating dried smoked Reaper.
Excuse me, what, sir?
Yeah. Oh, come again? Squeeze me, baking powder. That's again, that's like one of the greatest feelings, to sneak it in on somebody. Oh, I don't like hot stuff, but this sauce is amazing.
I love that.
Yeah.
My gosh. There's something really pleasant about that. Like,
yes.
just people that say they don't like something, and you're like, but hold up.
Yeah. It's like sneaking cold cuts in on vegans. I don't eat meat, but goddamn, this fake turkey, it's not fake, is delicious. I would never do that. By the way. Natalie Slater would kill me.
Same.
So, and that garlic Fresno, my God, if you're redoing it, dude, you have my address. That's all I'm going to say.
Yep. I'm recreating it right now as close as I can. Fresnos are like $26 a pound right now.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so I'm recreating one that is Fresno habanero garlic. Trying to recreate.
Oh, I love it.
It'll be a little hotter. You know what I mean? But,
yeah.
We'll see how it goes. And then when the season brings down the prices of Fresnos again, I might visit that and see exactly what's happening. You know what I mean? But
yeah, for sure. Do you roast off the garlic at all, or do you just go straight raw?
For that particular sauce, I did not. It was fermented. The garlic.
Oh, beautiful.
All fermented.
I love it.
It was beautiful. My mom has the last bottle of that I know that exists, and I pretty much cleaned a whole half bottle out of her this weekend.
Love it. God, I love it.
I was like, I can't stop eating this.
She's not going to let you have the rest of it, though, after what you said earlier about her cooking skills. So.
Yeah, I know, right? She knows. She's
done. She's like, no,
She's
want this?
Much better cook now.
Go on another podcast. Tell people how good I cook.
That, Mom? Much better cook now.
All right. So we got the worst. We got the greatest. Let's talk the hot sauce industry, because we know it's an industry. We know it's massive. You watch stuff like Hot Ones and all this stuff. We know it's this big, massive industry. And the other thing is that we know there's trends. And I will say fermentation is a pretty up and coming trend in hot sauce. Like everybody, it's so amazing how when you say ferment, most, anglicized quote unquote hot sauce fans go, ew, that's gross. That's only for, Far Eastern cuisine and blah, 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 blah. By the way, have you ever had Tabasco?
Yeah, right.
Hold the phone. What? Do you like sriracha? Because that's also, oh my God. So fermentation is like this big trend. So I want to ask you, Brandon.
Yes.
Outside of the realm of fermentation, because we've already named that here, talk to me about some trends in the hot sauce industry we as lay people should be watching for.
Oh, geez. One I've seen recently is, what is it? It's like it's pepper extractions.
Mm-hmm.
But they're using, like alcohol, almost like THC style. I've seen a bunch of videos with that. I'm currently working on something similar, but it just seems like, whatever people are doing, they want to get that capsaicin, you know what I mean? They want that full blast. I see probably the same page that you're on, the fermentation page, where there's people that are taking, half a milliliter of pure capsaicin or something like that and blowing their minds.
Well, and the funny thing about that is that heat hit people think is just sensory on the palate. It's not, dude. There's a reason why hot sauce fans go back and burn themselves on the stove again.
Sure.
They're literally, it's like, okay, you like roller coasters. I fucking hate them. I'll never go on one. Full stop. I will avoid them at all costs. I will take a bullet in a non-vital area of my body before I would ever go on a roller coaster. That being said, I will literally sit here and taste my Carolina Reaper hot sauce until I'm on the verge of vomiting, because it's so good, and the flash that you get in your body is so good. So
it's special.
There's
something special about it. Like, geez, the first time I ever had at one point in time I ordered the whole lineup from Hot Ones, right?
Mm-hmm. From Shawn, Yep.
And I was having the last dab, and I just, dipped my, chicken nugget into, some of the last dab. I took a bite. And I was like, oh, that's not that bad. And then I rolled the whole nugget in the hot sauce afterwards. I didn't realize the Reaper had such a delay. And I ate it, and my wife was just like, Brandon, like, you're making a mistake right now. And like 3 minutes later, like my toes are like involuntarily like squeezing, like I'm sweating, I'm crying. You know what I mean?
The line between bravery and stupidity is very, very narrow. That's all I'll say. No, I'm the same. I'm the same damn way. I have a supplier who gives me smoked and dried, like, insane peppers, Reapers, 7-pot, Ghost,
nice.
You name it, I have them. And it's like, you just get in this mindset where it's like, I'm bulletproof. I can do this.
Yeah.
I can do this. And then your body goes, dude, you just turned 46. Shut up. Sit down.
You thought you were so smart.
Oh, my God. And the whole next day at work, everyone's like, why are you so pale? I'm like, oh, God, shut up. I can't. Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible. But no, I did see that, and I saw a trend. It kind of interlaces with it, with like people cooking with like grain alcohol. Like Everclear is getting a big resurgence, and it's because you can extract the purest notes of whatever you're working with. Why would you not do that with hot peppers? So that makes a lot of sense. So that's like a cool, like, big thing. Talk to me about trends in the industry right now that you wish would just catch on fire and just die. Like, what is a trend in hot sauce you wish would go away? I have several, but
I guess just hot sauces that are too fucking hot and not good.
Yeah.
Like, geez, so originally when I started, it was like I was like I'm a huge sriracha fan, right? That's been like one of my favorites forever. Obviously, it's like a gateway. You know what I mean?
It is the gateway drug.
And, like, but like eventually you realize that like these things aren't that hot, you know, and so you desire things that are hotter. And I think that's like what led me to like make my own sauces. Like I want more. I want more Scovilles. But like if you have some sort of hot sauce out there that's just absolute fire but no flavor.
Exactly.
Like, what the hell is the point?
You can't. Yeah, I literally just had one recently, and I'll
okay.
I'm gonna stay brand agnostic. I don't want to name it. I don't want to shame it.
That's fair.
Because I mean, they're honestly they're friends of the show, and I tasted it. I'm like, what am I? Up front, I swear to God, there was a water note. I'm like, what? What am I doing? And then my tongue was like, hey, this is hot, I guess. And then it got really hot. And I'm like, wait, where's the payoff? Where is the sizzle? Where's the goods? And it just didn't happen. And that's exactly to your point. Like the people that buy the, what's it called? Where it looks like a drop of black oil and it's a skull. You have to sign a release. You can buy them at like trade shows and shit. Liquid Death, I think. I don't know what it's called, but like,
is it just an extract?
Yeah, it's 100% an extract, and yet people like brand it on them like, look at me doing this. I don't care. You're an idiot. Like, you're not like, showing a palate.
I would do that. I would be like, all right, give me like, oh yeah, this is really fucking hot. Awesome.
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. Like we're done here. Bye. My goal, and it sounds very much like yours, like mine is like, oh my God, I just ate a Reaper and it tasted really good. My job is done. My job is done.
That's what I want.
When I can say that. Yep.
What is it? Secret Aardvark? You familiar?
No, go on.
No? Okay, so what is it? I'm pretty sure that's the name of the company. Let me open up my fridge.
I'm actually going to look up.
Yeah, so Secret Aardvark. So they have a Reaper sauce. I find their Reaper sauce to be much less hot than their Scorpion sauce, but their Reaper is so good. It's like you can taste how fruity the Reaper is. You can taste the smokiness of the Reaper. It's going to melt your face off probably like if you eat enough of it, but like, I don't know. It's kind of like where I want to be. Oh my God, like if I had a Reaper sauce, like I just want you to be able to enjoy it and love it because the fucking pepper is delicious.
Yeah, yeah. I'm looking at it right now. Folks interested, secretaardvark.com. Oh my
Delicious.
God. Drunken garlic, Jamaican marinade, aardvark, serbanero, smoky aardvark chipotle, red scorpion fiery hot sauce.
Yeah.
Wow. How have I never heard of these guys?
I don't know, man. Their habanero is delicious. Their Chipotle is one of the best Chipotles I've ever had in my life.
Oh, I love it.
Phenomenal.
Oh, I love it. Wow.
Their Reaper, really good. Their Scorpion, it's hot. It's delicious. I don't know. It's just like, I see a lot of polarization around this brand, but I would definitely give it a shot.
Wow.
100%.
How have I never heard of these guys? That's madness. See that?
About it.
That's the way the show works, kids. Recommended recipes. Oh my God. And it was featured on Hot Ones, on Fallon.
Oh, yeah, dude. They're huge. They're huge.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
What have I been doing? All right. That's my homework.
They're really good. I mean, if this, like, diverges, like, sales away from me, I'm fine with that because it's a delicious product. It's delicious.
My God. All right. I'm going to check more of them out. That was obviously the, the shit trend of, having hot sauce for the sake of heat. No, but, clearly we've beaten that here between Brandon, myself, and secretaardvark.com. So, Brandon, what I want you to do is, like Shark Tank style, talk to me about what your 5-year is, because obviously you're literally feet down, all the way down inside the trampoline. It's extended downwards, and the next way you're going to go is up. What happens with so much hot sauce?
So what we're working on right now is trying to ramp up our production.
Okay. That's
the toughest thing that we have to face right now is just like literally we can't find enough peppers to fuel our adventures, I guess. Mm-hmm. That's huge. I think in the next 2 years, I think that's a pretty good timetable. I think we will be in at least Maine stores, and we will be looking to get out further than that.
Love it.
That's where we're at right now. It's just how do we take what we're doing now and just build it up? How do we ramp it up? That's where we're at.
Well, I can tell you, based on the jalapeno three-way, man, you have nowhere to go like butt up, and it's amazing. And that garlic Fresno, like, I want me some. So please, I believe in the words of an 80s movie, don't you forget about me. With that having been said, sir, let's transition into the afters. It's you, it's me. We're cooking in your kitchen, and you have control of the playlist. What are we listening to, you and me?
Modest Mouse.
Oh, I love it. Ooh, I haven't heard that name in forever.
Float on, man. Or maybe actually, the first song might actually be Cowboy Dan. But either way, it's going to be Modest Mouse for me.
Love that. Love it. Damn, he didn't even hesitate. He looked at me, he's like, go ahead, partner, pull the trigger. I'm like, no, all right, sorry.
And the longer we spend together, I'd probably make you listen to my old fucking bands, but I won't rush you.
Well, I've got a couple bands myself, sir. We might have to trade tapes someday. Dude, yes. I was a ska trombonist. I swear to God. Man. Swear to God. True story. This is not going anywhere public. I'll text you a picture someday. But think George Clinton. That's all I'm going to say. And I did not wear a diaper. That's what I will also say. The next question, my good man. We're going to strand you on a deserted island. You can only bring 3 foods or food type items with you. They will have an inexhaustible supply, but only 3. What would they be?
Number 1 would be lobster.
Love it. Of course, Maine.
I just want like a buttload of lobster.
Love it.
Hundreds of pounds. A close number 2 would probably be scallops.
Damn.
And the third would be bacon.
My boy.
No peppers involved.
God damn. I think we need to hang out soon. All right. Moving on before he books the ticket down to Bloomsburg. Man, lobster scallops and bacon. That is a man after my own heart. That is fantastic.
That's a good day, right?
Dude,
that's a good day.
Like screw it. And the cholesterol is eventually going to kill you, but you're on a deserted island. You can't hear your kids crying. Like, I'm not worried.
I'm only 34. The cholesterol will catch up eventually. It's cool.
I love it. You had to age shame me there. I won't even say how old. 46.
On purpose.
Awesome.
You sound young as fuck. You're good.
I know. I got it. Still. Here's the next one I love. It's what I based the podcast off of. Melanie Denea had 2 coffee table books, essentially. She was this world-class photographer and did a lot of work with world-famous chefs. She did My Last Supper and The Next Course. 50 chefs in each, 1 picture, the same 5 questions. And it boils down to, your ticket's getting punched tomorrow. Your last meal's tonight. What are we eating? What are we drinking? Who's there? What are we listening to?
Dude, we're going to have ramen.
Ooh.
We're going to have I love soup. I love soup. Soup is my favorite. I would have it for breakfast.
I agree, dude. I agree. Yep.
So I want some dope ramen.
Yep.
Some pork belly.
Yes.
Yes. Nice, soft boiled egg.
Yep.
And we're probably listening to Hendrix.
Love it.
All right.
Absolutely love that.
Hendrix, live in '69.
Yep.
His
whole Woodstock stage show.
Oh hell yeah.
Yep.
That's what we're listening to.
I got it.
And then and who's invited? I guess just anybody that loves good food, man. Come on down.
Yeah. Keep it open. Open party, man.
I'm posting a flyer. It's a local church, and I'm just come eat my food.
Come eat my food before I punch out tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I love that.
Lights out, curtains are done, but we're going to eat some good food tonight. Even if you don't like me currently.
Even if you don't like me, I don't give a shit. You're going to miss me when I'm gone.
Amen.
Oh, man. So perfect. All right. And, brother, the last question, the simplest and yet the most complex. What is food to you in a single word?
Say that one more time.
What is food to you in a single word?
Life.
Love it. Love it. How could it be anything else, man?
What was that?
How could it be anything else, man? I mean, it's what it's the first thing we do when we come into the world, and it's the last thing we ask for when we're about to get the switch flipped, right?
I think it's important, man.
Yeah.
My kids love hot sauce.
Yep.
I just like to feed them good food.
Nice.
There's nothing like we were saying earlier, somebody just eating your food and loving it and not even necessarily even knowing who you are or anything about you. Just the fact that you can fill somebody's belly.
Yep. And
they love it.
They said in the last season of Parts Unknown, when Bourdain went to CNN, that even in the small houses that they would cook in, he would stand there and he would watch the faces of the impoverished natives eat his food with a wanting, almost glare on his face. Do you like it? Do you like it? Do you like it? That should make us all feel good. And that, we all want to be, we all want to feel that. We all want to feel like we've taken care of somebody like that.
Absolutely.
For sure.
I don't make food for no reason. You know what I mean?
Exactly. No underlying motives. I just want you to enjoy this.
I had somebody send me a picture. They were like, "Oh man, I put your hot sauce in my soup." Yep. And I was looking at their soup, and I was like, "Oh my god, that looks so good!" I didn't even think about adding that to soup yet.
Yep.
And just to have somebody love whatever you made, and they add it, and the next day that kid's added it to fucking hot wings, and I'm just like,
"Yep.
Bro, that looks so fucking good." He's like, "It's so good, you don't even know."
Yep.
That's what it's all about.
And to think about it, and to think about it in a way, because as creators, you get so lost in it sometimes, you forget how many other ways it could be used.
Sure, absolutely.
Yep. For sure, dude. Life indeed.
About it time to time, when you put out a sauce or whatever, and you're just hoping that people will like it, But when you get that, when you get people coming back saying that it's delicious and this is what they put it on, and it's something you didn't even think of, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's huge.
They looked at it and realized this could be so much more than even what you, the creator, realized.
Yeah, absolutely.
Come on. What's more meaningful than that? And what is better than this interview? Brandon, I am absolutely gobsmacked, honored, etc. to have had you on tonight, buddy. Appreciate it more than words can say. So much hot sauce on Facebook, somuchhotsauce.com, Brandon Riordan on Facebook. Check them all out. Be sure to stay tuned to everything that's coming out, because I guarantee you things are about to take a big uptick in the right direction. And again, the garlic Fresno, I'm claiming first dibs. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, yeah. I'll absolutely send you some of that as soon as it comes out. It's about 2 weeks out. I'm still waiting on the ferment to finish, but yeah, absolutely. I'll ship some out to you.
I will appreciate updates too along the way, man, because just the creative process alone is amazing. Brandon of SoMuchHotSauce.com. Thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate it more than you know.
Thank you so much for even having me on, dude.
Absolutely. Absolutely,
I can't
brother.
explain to you.
Oh, man, you're flattering me. Killing me. Yeah. Accept payments and small bills. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode number 199 of the Coarse Grind Podcast. With me this evening, Brandon Riordan of So Much Hot Sauce. And I pronounced it right again. SoMuchHotSauce.com. So Much Hot Sauce on Facebook. Brandon Riordan, Riordan on Facebook. Be sure to check everything he's got going on out, because it's going to be amazing. You heard it here first. Our producer, as always this evening, has been the lovely, voluptuous Johnny Leland Robinson, a.k.a. the Reverend Johnny Lamoria. Be sure to check out a possible collaboration in the works with the Coarse Grind Podcast, but you didn't hear that here. Yes, you did. And the next episode, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be a tribute to all of you, dear listeners. Episode 200 will be a love note from yours truly to you truly. So you are not going to want to miss it. Stay tuned.
Retour aux sources, enfin tout recommencer. Retour aux sources pour se régénérer. Retour aux sources, avance vers le passé. Retour aux sources, batterie rechargée. Retour aux sources, enfin tout recommencer.
Are you passing through central Pennsylvania and looking for one of the best dining experiences and craft brew menus around? Look no further. Turkey Hill Brewing Company at 991 Central Road in Bloomsburg, PA has everything you could ask for and then some. Service, food, beer together. Unbelievable. Be sure to check them out. Call them today for reservations. 570-387-8422. Call today.